These are Snookie's babies. They all pretty much look alike. And personality-wise, too, I have a very hard time saying something different about each one. You know, because here, we're different from many breeders in the fact that we start early stimulation training at 3 days old. So every single day, these puppies have a training routine. This training routine creates a calmer, more willing to learn puppy. They accept people, so you get a more outgoing puppy. And a puppy that just loves people because they want that touch that they've been receiving every single day. As you can see, they're all underfoot here. Oh, look at her just sitting there. That's the orange girl. She's the biggest. That's Tasha. Excuse my coughing. Some remnants yet of being sick. Yellow is a fairly big girl. That's Taka. And I'm talking about the ribbon colors when I say colors here, like the orange one. Orange. Let's get this on your back so I can see it better. You have it. And the two little squeaks are the purple one and the pink one. There goes purple. Pink. I'm trying to get this. She's just standing there like, what are you trying to do to me? You didn't let me do anything to you, huh? Okay, that's the boy there. The aqua ribbon. He's the big boy. He's a biggin. Taking down his yellow sister. And that's ribbon again. Oh, Aqua's Timex here. Let me get this around there. Big bruiser. Boys are normally bigger. People are drawn to the boys because they're big, friendly babies, right? There's only one boy in the litter. And then 5 girls. Yes, Timex. I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to roll over and get your belly rubbed? Yeah. Oh, get roll over and get your belly rubbed. Look at the red one. Trigger is red. Little pink girl, you're just sitting there being a good girl. Look at them. They're all wrestling in the bed here. Who gets the bed? Huh? Got the little purple girl down. Purple's tidbit. So no shy puppies in this litter. No aggressive puppies in this litter. So there is a puppy testing scale out there. It's a testing scale of 1 to 7, and I used to do it. It was written down at 6 weeks old. You'd run through all these tests, but I found that you are better prepared if you just start doing the early stimulation training at 3 days old, because when you do that, when you get to this puppy social skills testing, they all end up 3-4s, which between a 3 and a 4 is basically could be their mood that day. But the 3 and the 4 category is perfect pet to working class dog. So you could have the perfect companion here, or make him a therapy dog. Emotional support dogs, very popular. So basically, an emotional support dog is your pet companion. They're good for emotional support dogs because they don't leave your side. They follow you wherever you go. I mean, I've had Yorkies in the past. I've had Pomeranians in the past. And this is when I was growing up, and I found their personality was, if you want them, you have to go find them. they're sleeping under a bed or in the corner or something like that. But with the golden doodles, they don't leave your side. They just follow you wherever you go. So if you're in the kitchen, they're in the kitchen. If you go in the living room, they follow you in the living room. If you go in the bathroom and close the door, they wait outside the bathroom door for you. And that's one thing about feeding these dogs too that I learned. You have to put their food dish by your dining room table or your bar, wherever you're eating at. They want to eat when you eat. They are part of your family. So they want to fit right into your routine. They don't want you to be out of their sight. And that comes from the standard poodle. My standard poodle's now 13 and a half years old. She's a retired mom that I have in the house. And when she was a puppy, I asked the vet, I said, what can I do to get some weight on her? She's not gaining any weight. And the vet said, well, where are you keeping her food and water dishes at? And I said, the laundry room, because I want to keep my house looking aesthetically pleasing and clean. And he said, that doesn't work for these dogs because they're your companion. They want to stay by your side. Move their food and water dish next to the dining room table, which ours is like the bar. So I put it like under the bar because it's next to the dining room table as well. So that's where it's at. And if I'm in the living room watching TV, my 2 golden doodles in the house and the poodle will still, they'll go into the dining room, they get their mouth full of food if I'm in the living room watching TV, and they drop it on the living room carpet, or actually it's just the throw rug, drop it on the rug, and then they eat because they don't want to leave your side. So they do the same thing when they're outside. They're not a dog that's going to bolt off and run away. They won't leave you to go investigate something. They want to stay right by your side. The most they'll go out is like 20, 30 yards, and then they turn around to make sure you're still there, that you're watching them and you're following them. So, and that's what makes them great working class dogs, because they do want to stay by your side and they love people. That's the little pink girl. She's so sweet. You just want some loving too. As you can see, they're all this dark red. They all just have this wavy, shaggy coat. And they are hypoallergenic, non-shedding, and that's proven through DNA testing of the coat types of the parent dogs. So these are multi-gens, but once you get past, your F1 first generation golden doodle, you can DNA test that coat types of the parent dogs. And then, so that's how we base our breeding. So we're going to pair these 2 dogs together to make sure they have the coat type DNA behind them like the poodle does, the non-shedding hypoallergenic. As you can see, they're all right here by me. They're not going to wander out. But then as far as looks, it's going to be between these 2, both in color and coat type. Just get a wavy shag. No tight curls here. These are all just the shaggies to, loose curls. So there they are. And then as far as weight, get over here to this chart. Snookie and Tate. Snookie weighs 12, 14 pounds. Tate weighs about 8 to 10. So about 8 to 14 is your weight classification here. So micro petite, because your petite starts at 15 to 25 pounds. So these are the micro petites. What you doing? What you doing, sweetie Timex? Yeah. What you doing? Yeah. So I do send each of these puppies home with like a little training manual. You can download the Golden Doodle book from my website as well. I helped write that. Now they can start going home the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, or Tuesday actually, before Thanksgiving. That's the earliest they can go home. But that's no rush. I keep puppies up to 11 weeks old at no additional charge. But since that's so close to Christmas, I will keep these till they're 12 weeks old, which puts you at Christmas Day. still a great age to bring them in the house. They're going to be small little dogs, so it's not like you're not going to feel like you're missing any puppy stage, that's for sure. And 12 weeks old is actually when their memory starts. So that's actually when it gets easier for them to remember and retain what you're training them. Or an option would be for those people who like to send their puppy to a trainer before they get them. Andrea Bauer is the trainer I recommend here locally. Well, she's about 25 miles from here, but she'll come pick up the puppies from my house, take them to her house, and do the initial like puppy training, crate training, house training. And she likes to have the puppies for a minimum of 3 weeks. So again, if you're taking that option, this would be a great litter because they would be finish their 3-week training course at Christmas time. And then you can bring your puppy home that has a good start on the house training. So in that training period, you know, from 8 weeks to 12 weeks, basically she's getting the puppies more in a routine. But also, if you were doing the training, you're just getting them in a routine. They're not really going to retain that information until they get more toward the 12-week mark. It's you that's actually getting trained. And that's why, you know, if you want to do group training classes, that 12 to 14-week period is a good time to start that. A lot of trainers will say 14 weeks because I think in Indiana, the puppies can't get their rabies shot actually until they're 16 weeks old. So most of the trainers around here just want to start training them in that group class where they're going to be with a bunch of puppies and socializing. They want to start training them at 4 months. So it's because the puppy's now retaining information, and you know it can remember what it's being trained, and you know, and those classes are for socialization. You're teaching them how to heel, walk on a leash, sit, those sorts of things. So that's what those puppy training classes are that you start like when the puppies are 4 months old. Andrea does like the 8 to 12 weeks. She'll do the later ones if you want to send her back. I've had people do that. They'll keep their puppy for the puppy training, and then at 4 months old, send them to her for the more in-depth training. So kind of a couple ways you can look at training if you wanted to send them to a trainer when they get older and have that little puppy period. Hi, little girl. Hi, my little girl. You little pink girl. Yeah. So pink is Tammy. This is Timex here with the aqua, and there's Tammy with the pink. Red is Trigger. Here's the red one. Next to the yellow, which is Taka. So we're missing the purple one. There's the little purple one. That's a little tidbit there. That's a little one. Little tidbit. And then Tasha, the yellow. No, yellow is Taka. I was missing the orange. There's the orange. There's Tasha. So Tasha in the orange right here. Look at the yellow one. Isn't she cute? Oh, so cute. Yeah. Who's second biggest girl? Taka. So adorable puppies. Oops, the little red trigger under my feet. You're just going to try to lay down, take a nap. So they're all very social, friendly, perfect personality puppies. Again, they're going to look like this. And they're now 6 weeks old.